Hey guys, today we're going to be trying out Prada Beauty. So I ordered a couple of the eyeshadow quads and one shade of their soft matte lipstick months ago. And I think, God, my memory is really shot. Months ago. I think I got it off of Selfridges because it was not available in the US yet. So I did a quick YouTube shorts, just playing around with one of the quads, the lipstick, and it's nice, really enjoyed it. And I set aside the other quad because I wanted something new to use when the foundation came in. Well, the foundation finally has made itself available. It is available at Sephora. I ordered it. There was a little bit of a delay in shipping, but anyway, here we are. So I've got the new Prada Reveal Skin Optimizing Foundation. It has SPF 17. It is also refillable, and I have it in the shade LN5. So it's a light neutral 5. I generally am a neutral. We'll see. I feel like it just always depends on the brand and how they label things. I did pick up another lipstick to try. So I did have one kind of like nude shade, and then I got this bright shade that I wanted to use today. Why not? And then let me show you quickly the quad that we'll be playing with today. So this guy, isn't that one pretty? So these are the Prada Dimensions Durable Multi-Effect Eyeshadow, and this is in the shade, I believe shade number 3? Yes, number 3, Pulse. And then the eyeshadow quad that I have a shorts out of, I'll link that down below if you're interested in like what this looks like on the eye. This is number 2. I forget the name of it, but this is number 2. I just think that this particular color story is so Prada. I think this acid greenish yellow, this kind of puke green, is so Prada. I love it. I love it. That's one of my favorite tones of green. Yeah, it's like that Exorcist pea soup green. I know I'm making it sound terrible, but I love it. I actually love it. Okay, so we won't be playing with this. Like I said, I already have a shorts out of that. But I am really curious about this foundation. We've been waiting for it for a long time. So I have all of my skincare down. I have SPF down, and we're just gonna start with this. I'm gonna just shake it up. And here is just a swatch of LN5. I don't know if that's helpful at all, but it seems like it'll probably work. We'll see. I think I'm always a little bit paler than I think I am, but the active ingredient sunscreen in here, I believe, is a chemical sunscreen. It's one I've never even heard of before, Ensulazole. 2.7 sunscreen. So just an FYI. All right, I'm gonna pump some onto the back of my hand here. And I've just got my Sonia G Jumbo base brush. You guys know I like to apply foundation with brushes. And I'm just gonna pick up a little bit on the back of my hand. And, oh yeah. I think that is going to be a good shade. I'll apply it to half of my face so we can get a good sense of it. I don't know, is there added fragrance? I think there's a little bit of fragrance. That's so interesting. I couldn't tell if it's just the scent of the product or if there's added fragrance. I think there's a little bit of added fragrance. It smells, this is gonna sound really bad, but I don't mean it that way. It almost smells like a cleaner. Like it has that kind of fresh smell to it. It's a little strange for a foundation, I'll admit, but it doesn't smell bad. At least I don't mind it. Do you guys remember when Prada came out with skincare like 1,000 years ago? I think it was like in 98 or 99. And everything came in like those little, like 1 or 2 use little, they look like pills, like little pill packaging. Anyway, you guys know my friend Matthew. He's been on this channel a few times. He got that for me. It was like it came in a big box, and you had a bunch of those like one-use little bottles in there. It was really, really cool, but it didn't last long. I feel like he bought that for me. I went through them. I really liked it. I went to go purchase it again, and then like they had discontinued that line. And I think, Prada's had their fragrance for a very long time. But I think this is their first foray into color products, color makeup products. And I kind of missed this when I was on the Sephora site ordering the foundation. I was like so laser focused on the foundation. But when I went back onto Sephora and I was looking for other stuff, I noticed that they have skincare again. So I don't know, I'm kind of tempted just to see what it's like. Maybe I can get a sample somewhere. But yeah, I'm tempted to see what they're doing with their skincare. Okay, a little bit of a tangent there, but here is the foundation on half of my face and no foundation on this side. So it has a really natural finish. It is a little bit on the matter side. I think that is how they market it. Am I making that up? It's not anywhere on the bottle, but I could have sworn, I don't know, I read somewhere that this is supposed to be like a soft matte kind of foundation. Maybe it's like described that way on the Sephora site or anything. Yeah, because the name of this doesn't say anything about its finish. It just says Skin Optimizing Foundation. Oh yeah, isn't that interesting? On the Sephora site, it says Reveal Skin Optimizing Refillable Soft Matte Foundation, but it does not say that on the bottle here. But it says it, sorry, is that like clear as mud? It says it on the Sephora site. Oh, interesting. Okay, I thought I was going crazy. It's $70 retail, just FYI. Looks like 2 shades are already sold out. The coverage is medium, the finish is matte, the formulation is liquid. Highlighted ingredients, vitamin E, niacinamide, which I happen to enjoy, my skin, I should say, happens to enjoy niacinamide. It really minimizes my pores, so we'll definitely take a look there. And then it has a lactobacillus extract complex. Okay. Medium coverage, transfer resistant wear for up to 24 hours, breathable and buildable formula, SPF 17, enhances skin's natural radiance and hydration and visibly refines skin texture. Well, so far all I can weigh in on is the finish. And yes, I would say this is a soft matte finish. Very skin-like. Just pumping out one more pump here. And applying to the rest of my face. I feel like I'm putting on a pretty light layer, and I do feel like I'm getting a medium coverage. I tend to lean towards lighter coverage foundations, and I do feel like my I feel like my face is very blanked out right now. So this is definitely a medium coverage. I am noticing this foundation is taking like just a hair longer than most of my other foundations to actually set down. I feel like, you know, after a while, when you use a sponge or when you use a brush or even your fingers, you start actually blending it in to the point where you don't see streaks or finger marks or brush strokes or anything. And this is taking just a little bit longer for that to disappear. Like I'm kind of waiting and then blending out again. And now I feel like I'm starting to see it really kind of blend seamlessly. So I think this does take just a little bit longer than some other foundations I've used. Just a little bit longer to set down. All right, so there it is, applied all over my face. Let me take a close look here. I think this foundation looks pretty good so far. It looks like there's parts like right here by my brows, and I'll zoom in here, but right by my brows, right by my nose, the foundation looks like it's just kind of sitting on top of my skin. And when I see that, I feel like I just need to powder a little bit because the powder will kind of help soak up any kind of excess product and really kind of smooth things out. So I may do that, but otherwise I think it looks really smooth. The coverage is very even. It's really sitting on my skin nicely. Otherwise, other than these 2 spots. Okay, I've got my Givenchy Prism Libre loose powder. I have a few shades in my drawer. I grabbed number 2, Satin Blanc, and I'm just grabbing my Chantecaille powder brush and just picking up a little bit here. I'm gonna press it right down the center there. Yeah, much better, much smoother. Everything looks very seamless. Okay, so nothing a little powder can't fix. Well, I don't have any Prada products until we get to the eyeshadow, so I'm just gonna throw on some of the Surat Grisal contour powder, and I'm using my BK Beauty 103 brush. Just add a little bit of color here. There we go. Bring back some of my features. And then I'm gonna take the Guerlain Terracotta, the Sun-Kissed Healthy Glow Powder in Light Cool. We're just gonna take the same brush and dust this forehead, down my nose, a little on the cheeks, a little on the chin. And then I'm gonna grab the Natasha Denona Glow Blush from the My Mini Dream collection. I don't think I've used this for you guys, but I have used it a few times. It's very nice. I like the shade. It's a very neutral kind of pinky shade. And this side is a highlight. I just kind of throw my brush into the whole thing. I'm gonna use the Sonia G Soft Cheek Brush. Nice, there's like a built-in highlight when you just use all three powders. Isn't that pretty? It's like a dusty rose. Okay, don't need highlight, I already have that. I'm gonna use this Grande Brow 2-in-1 Tinted Brow Gel and Serum. Okay, I'm liking the serum. You definitely have to swipe off the spoolie though before you go in, otherwise you're just gonna have too much product. Okay, now for the Prada Dimensions eyeshadow quad in number 3 Pulse. Gosh, I love this. I'm gonna admit the red definitely scares me because because red eyeshadow can often make you look like you aren't feeling well. So I'm definitely gonna start with these 3, these 2, and then this shade, which I've noticed this top shade in both of my quads is really, really dense and dry, and I think it is definitely meant to be used as a liner. So I'm gonna start with these 2. I'm gonna start with this one in the center. I've got my Sonia G Blender Pro brush. I'm gonna add this to my outer corner. Ooh, okay, very pigmented. I noticed this when I swatched this quad, but this shade, doesn't it look like frosty and kind of light in the pan? And then you get it on the skin and it is much deeper, much, much deeper. So just a warning. And then I'm just gonna take the same brush, go into this shimmery shade here and just sweep that all over the lid. This is incredibly intense and opaque. It's not like a topper shade. It is very metallic. Very, very metallic and very dense. Did I say that already? Yeah, it's very, very dense. I don't want to say it's too thick because I don't think the formula is very thick, but it's very opaque. You guys know I could stop right here, but I do want to figure out how to incorporate this red a little bit. I don't want to use it as like a liner because I think that's really when you start to look ill. What do you guys think? Should I try putting it like between the metallic and that purple shade? Kind of like as a transition. I don't know if it'll work. We can always try, right? Okay, I've got my Sonia G Builder medium brush. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of the red right on the tips of these bristles. And I'm just gonna find kind of like a nice section where these 2 shades meet. And then just add a little bit. I wonder if you guys can even see it. It's just a hint. Let me add it to the other side, see what happens. Yeah, it just makes everything look just a little funkier. Hope you guys can see it. I'll zoom in here, but I can definitely see it in my mirror. I think that's all I can do with like a red eyeshadow. It's pretty cool though. Okay, let me get a nice dense brush to apply this as liner. I have my Wang Goss E5 brush. This is like my new favorite pencil brush. And I'm wiping it down on a microfiber towel because of course I used it in a very dark, deep shade. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't think there's anything left over. All right, I'm gonna go into the dark purple. And I hope this purple doesn't have too much red in it. Otherwise, it's gonna have the same issue as straight up red eyeshadow where it just makes you look very unwell. There's a bit of red in there. I don't know if I like that. Don't know if I like that. I think I'm gonna have to go into a different shade because I'm afraid I'm just gonna look ill. I keep saying that. I'm pulling out the other Prada quad. I'm gonna go into the black up here. Yes, that looks better. Okay, I really, really like the Prada eyeshadow formula. I love that top strip one that you can use as an eyeliner. It works really well. Like this black is so inky dark black. Like it's great for a liner. The metallics in both of the quads are like so super high shine, very, very impactful. And then the other shades that are like more of a demi matte or demi satin, just really beautiful. They just work really, really well pigmented, easy to work out, easy to blend. Now I think the tough part with these eyeshadow quads are the color stories. So in this quad, I'll use these two shades all the time. These two, I'm discovering this one's a little bit too red. This one is red. Those are tough as eyeshadows. And in this quad, I love these three shades. And then, you know, the pea soup green that I love as a color is very tough on the eyelids. So I think the color stories are very challenging, but I do really, really like the formula of those Prada eyeshadows. Okay, let me curl my lashes, put on some mascara, and then we'll move on to the lips. Okay, so this is the, let me get the right name here, the Prada Monochrome Buildable Weightless Lip Color. And I got soft matte for both of these shades. The formula is the same, it's the soft matte. They have, I believe it's like an ultra matte. That was not appealing to me because you guys know I like a tinted gloss, like that's my comfort zone. But I really wanted to try this flamingo color. However, I did already order, back when I ordered these eyeshadow quads, I had ordered shade, what is this? I think it's B101, is that possible? I think it's B101. I think the B is for beige. So here is a close-up of this shade, and here's a swatch of it. And these are refillable, just like everything else. The eyeshadows are refillable, the foundation, this just snaps right out. And let's get this on my lips. So I did try this color out when I did my YouTube shorts with the pea soup green eyeshadow quad. I did try out this lipstick. Now for a matte lipstick, I do think it goes on really, really smoothly. It's very creamy feeling. It's very comfortable on the lips. It does start to feel drier as the day goes on. I think I've mentioned how much I enjoy the Hourglass soft matte lipsticks, those new ones that came out that are like primer infused. Those are like amazing matte lipsticks. This matte lipstick is just very reminiscent of, I don't know, other like high-end luxury matte lipsticks that I've tried lately, like the Dior one. It's very similar to that. It has a little bit of a fragrance, not too much, but a little bit. I don't think I can taste it, maybe a little bit. I think this lipstick is very nice. It is exactly what it says. It is a soft matte. The shade is very true to how it looks in the bullet, all the things. I just don't think it's that special or that unique. But that is the B101 shade. And now let's try, what shade is this? O177. So O, I think, for orange. And the shade name for this is Flamingo. Here's a close-up of Flamingo and a hand swatch. Let's try it on the lips. I love this color. I really, really, really love this color. It's so good. Yeah, and right now it feels really great on the lips. It goes on really smoothly. Nice, a very decent soft matte lipstick for sure. All right, let's do a quick check-in on this foundation. Ooh, it looks really nice. Yeah, it definitely takes some time for this foundation to settle down, I'm realizing. Like I mentioned, it took a little time for it to set down, and I feel like it's starting to look nicer. It's starting to look more and more seamless with my skin. Like it's really becoming one, which is really, really nice. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna leave a pinned comment letting you know how this wore throughout the day. It is very early. It is about 5:30 in the morning. So I will definitely get a good at least 12-hour wear out of this foundation, and I can let you know how it goes. So thank you so much. I'll have everything linked down below if you're interested, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.